You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day.
Living Pain here. It is Saturday, and it's 5 to 5. And I got 2 workouts in, and so far the diet's on track. I had close to 13 hours of sleep. Fell asleep we went to bed earlier around 11:30, which is early for a Friday. I was so tired the night before I slept so poorly. Anyway, 13 hours, was it 12? Almost 13 hours of sleep. I got up at 1 o'clock or so and decided, okay, let's get right onto that bike. So I did an hour on the bike. It's either, I've either got my toe gout or I've got bunions, but I think bunions are more for women that are wearing like high heel shoes or something. Alice was a real sport. She went on her walk today, and strange, there was cherries in the store. There has not been cherries in the store. And for me, whenever I've eaten cherries, it tends to get rid of the gout. And I'll get this flare up maybe once a year. So needless to say, she got me 2 or 3 bags of cherries plus 2 bags, I think, of frozen cherries. So I decided to make myself a smoothie with frozen cherries in it as a starting point. And then after that, I got off the bike and I sold my tent. I've had this thing for like 8 or 9 years. We've only used it a couple times outdoors, maybe set it up a couple times in the backyard for the kids to play in. And it's 4-person tent. So if you were a homeless person and I gave you this tent, you would be on that really exclusive street of the homeless people, because people would be looking at your tent with incredible jealousy and wishing they had a tent like that. The tent's so big, I think it's 10 foot by 18 foot, and it's got 4 rooms in it. So we've even had a picnic table in there, plus where you can sleep. The thing's really big. Got it at Costco. I think we paid close to $500 for it. So I got a whopping $70 for it, but I'm trying to clean stuff out. I've got a little fridge from work since we gave up our offices, since we're all working from home, and a little microwave. So I figured, throw it up. If I can get a few bucks for it, why not? And I'm trying to clean. When we moved, I should do a video on this one day. We downsized about 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. We had a pretty good size house, bigger house, had the pool table in it, had a couple of pinball machines, had a really big bar in it. It was a walkout like the one we have now. I think the total square footage was about, if you included the downstairs, which essentially, because of the walkout, is just like a regular floor, I think it was about 4,500 square feet. So it was a pretty big house. There's 4 of us. And then my daughter moved out, and my son pretty much never leaves his bedroom. He's writing away. I think he's writing a movie or whatever. And so we decided, let's downsize. And so we found this kind of a fixer-upper house. You wouldn't tell by looking at it now if you look in the pictures, but it was the people that bought it for 15 years hadn't done anything to it. And actually, it was quite funny when we moved in, and we started cleaning up the house and the yard and all the rest of it. People who we didn't know would walk by. We're kind of on a corner, and there's a path behind us, and say, "Geez, the house really looks good. It's never seen it. Because I don't know. It just had nothing had been done to it." I will give the guy credit though. He designed the basement that we have. Just a beautiful design of a basement, from a feng shui, being able to interact with family and stuff. Anyway, we bought this thing and we essentially gutted it right down to like just the drywall. We took all the only thing that stayed was the drywall and the doors, like the interior doors. But other than that, everything, kitchen, bathroom, all the floors, basement, put in a bar, new kitchen, you name it. Like I say, it was drywall and that was it. And so it's been awesome. They didn't have a deck. We put a deck on the back. Didn't have a shed, had nothing. So it was great. So we moved in, and it's almost, essentially like we put new the stairs, we replaced stairs. Like I say, I should do a video on it, because moving into this house if you take each floor, it's about 1,000 square feet of floor. So it's 3,000 square feet, which is still pretty good. I will say though, to downsize, we were looking at smaller places. If we would have downsized to smaller places, I think we would have been really, really unhappy. And we really lucked out with this house. For what we got it for to what it's worth now is just in 2 years insane. The real estate market is just nuts. In this area, just to give you a perspective, a single house like ours, I think they were showing, I saw something that the lowest price is 1.2 million. Most are selling 1.2 to 1.4 million. And we didn't pay in the millions, although we put a million, but I think we paid 870 for it and put in 250 grand to fix it all up. But it's great. We're planning on staying here, and as long as we can walk, which, talking about walking and my toe, I don't know, I might have to get one of those acorn stair lifts pretty soon and get myself pulled up around the house there. Crazy stuff. So anyway, I'm just glad I got the workout done. I'm glad I got some good sleep. I think sometimes you get a little too much sleep, a little groggy. So now I've showered, got my coif all done. And what time? 5. So we'll probably order something in and hang out at the Pig and Whistle. We're totally hooked on this Netflix series called Animal Kingdom. So if if you're in the COVID at home and you're looking to watch some sort of a TV series, there's this Animal Kingdom, which is loosely based on a family, I think, based out of Australia. Anyway, it's a messed up show, and we like it. So other than that, it's just going to be probably sit in the Pig and Whistle, watch it, have a few Malo 5s, and just be really glad, because working out, I forgot to mention, working out today, the bike I got on, pushed it, got to the hour mark, and then I was, supposed to do weights. And I'm like, oh man, I really don't feel like doing weights today. And then I look at, when was the last time I did weights, which was Wednesday, and you never want to go more than 2 days in between. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you want to go Saturday in order to maintain your muscle, where it's not necessarily going to grow, but it at least maintains. Once you go past that third day, the muscle starts getting weaker. Right, so it starts deteriorating. So I didn't want to do it. And my workout partner, and you don't see it on the video, is Alice, my wife. And so I could just tell, I looked at her and she's like, yeah, let's do it. And then I thought, okay, well, we're going to watch that Animal Kingdom at the same time. So I did it. I'm glad I did it. It was really hard. It was a hard workout today. The chest, the shoulders, a lot of, by the time you're done, you realize it's a really good thing that you did it. So I got that under my belt, almost a couple hours of training on a Saturday, good sleep, gonna order in some to eat, gonna try to stay away from any of the candy, the gummy bears. Last night after, I posted, I had gummy bears and probably added another 300 calories. Probably in total ate 2,500 yesterday. Anyway, weight 204. Yeah, you know what? All things considered, it's not bad. I think, again, I'm getting slimmer. I can see the muscles growing. And now I'm walking like an old man again. I was thinking, on this 50-pound journey, yeah, there's the losing of the weight. But I think what more I'm starting to see is the transformation of the body. And where, I was getting a little spry and can walk down the stairs pretty quick. Now I'm starting to walk like an old man again, just because of my toe. And whoever thought a little toe could just cripple you, Actually, there's two things that could cripple you. One is your toe, as small as that thing is. And then the other thing is If you have ever had like a boil or something on the backside, which I've had, or anything like that where you can't even cough without pain, you don't realize how much down at your backside, on the inside of the backside, if you know where I'm going, is really, it's like your core, and you don't realize how important it is or how sore it could get until you have some sort of an issue in that area. And hopefully this thing's going away. So my cold sore, sorry for grossing everyone out. Anyway, that's it for me, Living Pain. Have a good one. We will see you tomorrow.